I was a little older when I got in the military. I was around 27 maybe. My Uncle Gene, rest in peace. He was in the Navy. Growing up, we heard the story all the time. His pictures were all on my grandmother's wall. And I kind of admired him. The whole family did. We admired him for his service. And so right before I joined the Navy, I looked at a few different branches. When I went to the Air Force, they wanted me to either be a pilot or an aviator. And I was afraid of heights at the time. I hadn't really flown much. So I was like, hell no, I'm not doing that. And the Marines, of course, I was going to follow after their footsteps, but they needed officers immediately. Like they told you pretty much, you come in, you're going right over. And so I wasn't too sure about that. And so I thought about my uncle and figured I'd put a different picture on my grandmother's wall out of us young men. And so I joined the Navy. They sent me to NES Lemoore, California, and I was attached to VFA 137 Strike Fighter Squadron with the F-18s, the Hornets, Super Hornets. And I did yeoman for, paperwork for about maybe 6 months. And they got this job called Operation Yeoman, which we'll get in. The person that was doing it was leaving, so they picked me to do the job. A yeoman is like a paper pusher. They handle all the personnel, office stuff, whether it's records, writing memos, anything, answering telephones, just taking care of the people in your squadron or your command. What an operational yeoman does is we deal with the pilots, whether we got to log their flight hours, whether they did touch and goes, go-arounds, like anything they had to do to go into their logs, because pilots keep detailed logs of everything they do. So at wartime, whenever we do like 100 sorties, 40 sorties a day, sortie is like when the pilot goes out and drop bombs and come back whenever they're needed. We just log down what bomb they dropped, how close they came to their target, whether it was a direct hit or how far off they came, and pretty much the flight hours that they logged at the time in the campaigns that they're in. Actually, we would have to watch the videos. So the pilots would come in the ready room, they record every mission, and then you'd sit there and actually watch the bombs. And then they also had another program that they used that'd tell us directly, pretty much what it was. And that's where a lot of my PTSD comes from, because I still see some visions. There was just some of the bombs I really, hit home. The pilots are happy, they're high-fiving, and after a while, it gets you sometimes. But we did a lot of relief for the Marines. So Iran had a no-fly zone, so we'd have to go up and then provide relief to those in Iraq when they needed it. I loved the job. At first, you understand, I did 2 tours, one 7-month and one 9-month. So the first tour is when I pretty much took over. I had to learn the job and learn the different bombs and stuff like that, because I was a yeoman. We didn't know that stuff, so I started hanging out with a lot of the AOs and learning, different bombs. And first tour was tough for me, so I asked to come back early because it was stressful for me at first, doing that job. But second tour, I tried to get out, and they wouldn't let no one else take over. So I just learned to love it.